Hello, Nama Furniture here, and welcome to just another video about digital drawing. So it's come to my attention based on a majority of comments that you're all curious about certain aspects of drawing portraits, where the main concern is profiling. Therefore, in this tutorial, we will be talking about the basic aspects of profiling, and our goal being to achieve a certain harmony between the facial features. So without further ado, let's start with our basic shapes. So what we want to do is start with a circle. This will be our head, and then complement with a straight line from the side of the circle, and just join these two with a simple curve. And this will signify our jawline. Let's just erase our X's here. So for the next step, we want to make 3 basic and very practical lines that will help us see where we want our eyes, nose, and mouth to be. So for this next step, I like to use the following Flip Studio tool, which is this on the left. And we will proceed to make one line for the height of the eyes, one for the nose, and finally one for the mouth. And so with these 3 basic lines, what we want to do is kind of, for example, in this first line, we would have like the eyes. So we start with our basic shape, and then just add some lines, and there we have the eye. Now for the nose, it's kind of one of our most important aspects because much of our character traits and personality can be, let's say, accentuated by the features and physical characteristics we choose for them, for our characters. So these, let's say, original traits can come from how we shape the eyes, and mostly how we shape the nose. So for example, if we want to make a character who is stern, we would use much like stronger and voluptuous shapes for the nose. And also for the forehead. That is very important. So another aspect that can really help us with profiling and with faces in general is when we want to represent a certain age in our character. So if our character is very young, for example, if it's a kid, we would want to make the eyes much bigger than usual. And the nose and the main features would be much rounder than we normally would do them. And we would want to avoid just any very angular lines. We want to mainly stick with curves. So for example, let's make it more round. Perfect. And just for the forehead as well, we don't want to make it very strong, very defined. So it would mainly be just curved forehead. And their ears. Another aspect that is very important with drawing young people, a bit of the size we do for the neck. So for younger people, we want to make a very, very small neck, kind of like oversize the head. But that's kind of the anatomy of kids. So it may seem weird, but it's right. In the case of adults, in here, we do want to make angular lines and make bold and strong features. For example, if it's let's say a male adult, we want to make his forehead very defined And then the nose, let's say if he has a stern personality, let's give him a strong nose. So here's another thing. For the nose, our basic shape is the triangle, but our triangle can vary between shapes and sizes. Just it depends on how you want it to complement your character. So in this case, I want to give him a long nose, a bit sharp, and then we would make the mouth a strong jawline. Let's make him serious. And we could add like the details about the nose later. And the eyes are very important, as I've told you before, when letting the audience know what kind of personality your character has. So in this type of character, if he is stern, we want to make his eyes kind of close, kind of serious. If he's already a bit old, we want to make some lines. So in kind of like, if you have serious personality, the lines would appear more about here to show a bit like tiredness. If it's a person who laughs a lot, lines would go over here. But it can also signify more age if we do the lines there. But for this example, we just leave here a bit of lines. And the eyebrows can signify a lot as well. So for strong personality, strong eyebrows. And at last, the ear. And to complement, the jawline. And we could go on and do the hair, the shoulders. Of course, in this case, his neck would need to be much thicker. And we'd need to add an Adam's apple if it's a man. But that would basically be it. That's basic of profiling. And if you have any more questions, anything you'd like to do, if you want me to make a female example in next video, feel free to use the comments below. Thank you for watching, and this has been a pleasure as always. Thank you.